guys, this is your girl Dom, aka Serenity Within, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming to my channel. And if you're returning Serenity Within family member, hey girl, hey, thank you for coming back. And as you can see, my hair is twisted, and I want to thank Hotbraids for sponsoring this video. So let's just go through the package that they sent me, and they did not come to play games. So they gave your girl some clips, which definitely came in handy to help lay down my edges. They gave me the edge brush with the comb at the end. I also have a rat tail comb, and what I love about this rat tail comb is that space right there. It just helps with the parting. Then, as well as a mini brush. I didn't get a chance to use this brush, but I do know when I am putting my hair into a ponytail, this brush is definitely going to come in handy. Then they also gave me a pamphlet on how to take care of the hair, the maintenance, and all that good old jazz. And it has also all of their info and contact all in the back. So here is the hair. At first I was like, I have never done this before. So when they reached out, I was a little bit nervous, I may add, because I had no idea on what I was going to do with this hair. But to see how the process starts and how it ends was so amazing. So if you know me, I am going to do my research, and when I did look up these guys, I was super impressed with this hair. It is 100% human hair. You can also bleach the hair, you can color the hair, you can dye the hair. The hair is double drawn, which means from top to bottom it is completely thick. The texture is afro kinky. It weighs about like 50 grams per pack. They have 8 to 22 inches available. Depending on your head size, you can use anywhere from 3 to 5 packs of hair. Okay, so let's just jump into this video on how I stretch this hair for length. So for this to be my first time stretching hair, I went in with half of the bundle just to get an idea of what I'm working with. So after I got a hang of it just a little bit, I decided to add some water. Now adding water is the magic trick to this right here, because it helps you to stretch the hair, as well as you can see the curl pattern, you can feel the thickness, you can feel the softness. Like, this hair completely mimics natural textured hair. So some pieces like this is going to fall out, but that's fine. Do not throw these pieces away. I will show you how to save the hair. Like this hair, there's no wasting this hair. That's one thing I can say that I love about Hotbraids. You're not wasting any of your money, not one little piece. So I am going to keep going and switching sides. So I'm going to pull from one side, and I'm gonna go back and switch from the other side. So this is the length right here. Like, I think I got a 22 inch or 20 inches. So after you finish stretching your first bundle, you're gonna get a few pieces like this. Do not throw them away, because we can use this, and this can make at least a twist in our hair. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. And I'm basically doing the same thing that I was doing before with the bigger bundle. I'm just going to do this with these smaller pieces. And what you're basically doing is just trying to get it as smooth as possible and taking some of those little knots out, those little kinks right there. You just planning on taking those out just to make sure that you have a smooth process. And going back with the water is what's going to help you out a lot. Now, you don't necessarily have to do like the whole bundle at a time. Like, you can take it apart, do one by one, and put it onto your braid rack. You can do that. But I just thought that it was pretty cool to do it all together, because why not? This was my first time. So this is one complete twist braid, and that's where it came from. So there's no more need of throwing away those pieces, because we can use them when you're using Hotbraids. So that's how it started, and this is how it looks now. So this is the other half of the bundle that I did from the beginning, and I just want to do this again. So you want to make sure that you go in with your water. It makes it so much easier, and I'm just going to call this the magic hair, because Hotbraids, why not? Y'all guys changed the game when it comes down to doing twists. And I was never really a fan of doing twists, because you got to know how to twist the hair in a certain pattern. But this hair, Hotbraids, you guys did the thing. Y'all did y'all thing on this.
But it's a feeling I can't ignore. Oh, and Mr. Hazel Eyes, Mr. Golden Skies, you don't see what you're doing to me. And Mr. We're just friends, you know in the end it won't be pretty. You got me painting roses. Oh, you got me painting roses. You got me painting
So I was so in the zone and I got the hang of it that 3 bundles later, I realized, you know, now it's time for me to start putting this on this rack so we can start my hair process. So what I started to do was I started to take out each section of the desired size I want for my twist. And when I took those out, I did a little bit more stretching, and look at this right here, guys. Like, do you see the length that came from that? So some of the products we're going to use is my curl enhancer, my edge control, some olive oil, of course a spray bottle. Then you're also going to need some castor oil or whatever to oil your scalp. And I got some hair polisher. You already know I'm going in with my BTL, but you don't need a lot of that gel. And I'm going with my Hotbraids comb, and these clips came in handy big time. And this brush I didn't use, but I did want to use it. And this right here is 3 bundles. Don't look at my table, but this is 3 bundles. It may not look like a lot, but I'm telling you, I did my entire back of my head and a little bit of my sides. So if you want to know how I did my braid sectioning and partings, you can go to any of my previous videos. I will have it linked here somewhere so you can see. So going in with Hotbraids, I wanted to go in with smaller braids because I learned last time doing twists, the bigger the twist, the bigger the challenge to keep it consistent and neat. I'm only going to speak for myself, but if you're here for the advice, I would just be mindful of that. So moving right along on how I twisted my hair with the Hotbraids is I did the traditional braids, which is the 3-strand braids, and then after I got to about 1 inch down on that braid, I made sure that my hair was in the middle of the Hotbraids twisting hair, so that way I can be able to just start the twisting. Now when it comes down to twisting, it's trying to find which way to twist the hair. That was probably like my most challenge, but with Hotbraids hair, I did not have that challenge whatsoever. And another thing is you don't need a lot of braiders gel for this because all it's going to do is weigh your hair down. Now, another thing I would say with the moisturizing cream that I use, I would not use that one again because it made my hair like this white residue, and it took forever for me to figure out how to get that residue out. But I would say go in with you could do either some mousse or you could do some other type of moisturizing curl to enhance them curls if you want to, whichever you use at home on your natural hair. So now I'm just going in with my solar sections, and what I am doing now is I'm just twirling my hair with the gel just to keep the hair in place, and then after that I'm going to clip up the other pieces and get them out the way. And we're going to just repeat them same steps, braiding my hair down to 1 inch, and then we're going to twist my hair. But as you can see right now, like I was putting way too much gel onto my hair, and with me just having the whole idea of braiding my hair using that gel, it always came in handy. But you do not need to use that much gel when you are doing your twist because you're basically weighing your hair down real bad. And when it comes down to twists, I tell you, I'm always learning something new every single time that I do them because I'm just so used to doing braids. But I was just getting a hang of it in the back. I was just trying to get the swing of things, but as I got to the top, we got a hang of it just a little bit. We got a hang of it. And another thing that I did was I didn't braid it all the way to the end because I wanted that curl-like look all the way at the end for the rest of my hair.
A peculiar shade of blue, and now you got me feeling all the shades of indigo, because I can't have you. Oh, and Mr. Hazel Eyes, Mr. Golden Skies, you don't see what you're doing to me. Oh, and Mr. We're just friends, you know in the end it won't be pretty. Oh, and Mr. Hazel Eyes, don't you realize you don't see what you're doing to me? Mr. We're just friends, you know in the end it won't be me. You got me painting roses, you got me painting roses. You got me.
So if I wanted to utilize all my 5 bundles, I would have added more hair to each twist. But because I really wanted a shorter style this time because I'm always getting long and I really didn't feel like standing up for too long. So I said, you know what, how adorable must it be to have like short twists with this curl look right here, just so it could look a lot more natural. And it was just so much easier to maintain. Actually doing twists is so much faster. Oh my goodness. Like, I do want to get a better hang of doing twists because I did have a lot of fun with my twists. And girl, when I tell you, the styles are endless. I love it. So if you're someone who wants length, I would say add more to the hair so that you could get more length. So I already did one side already, and by this time, I think I was already like 2 hours in. I think I was, or an hour and a half, going on 2 hours. It was very fast. Like, surprisingly, it was completely fast. So like I said, we're just going to do the same process. We're going to twist our hair for in each section. Then we're going to braid it in the beginning down to an inch. And then we're going to twist it. So now it is nighttime and I have friends come over. Everybody seemed like every time I'm doing my hair, people want to come over and distract me. Why? I have no idea. So now it is nighttime. And these are my last two twists. Now, if you're looking at the hair, you can see how way down the hair is because I put too much product. And by the time I realized it was too late. And I was very, very tired and annoyed. So I said, you know what? I'm going to finish my twist. And I'm going to put these twists into some sections. And I'm going to deal with it in the morning. I tell you, that last section just be so satisfying. So now I want to go in with my black castor oil. This has grew my hair out tremendously. And I just want to oil my scalp before I go to bed. So before I went to bed, I just wanted to try something just to see how this will flow. So I went in with some water in my spray bottle just to soak up the hair a little bit, just to see if the white residue was going to go away or if the hair was going to lay flat. I don't know, but I was just going to try something. And it worked for the time being, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't doing a job. So I said, you know, in the morning, I'll just do the hot water method and just call it a day. So what I'm doing now is just clipping my ends, just making sure that it looks neat. It looks, you know, looks good. And after that, I'm going to go in with my oil sheen. And I was just saying maybe oil sheen would probably help take away some of the residue. And it did, but like I said, I was doing temporary fixes on it, but I said, you know what, no. So it is the next day, and my hair still felt stiff, and it still had a little bit of that white residue on it. So I said, you know what, let me just go in with this hot water method and call it a day. I was a little bit curious on whether the hot water was going to mess up the curls, but it didn't. So instead of doing the traditional braids to section off your hair, you want to go in with twist. The twist will not confuse the hair on how you want for the pattern of the hair to be. So that's why the twist is way better than doing the traditional braids. So now that I section it off, I'm going to go in with the hot water. I actually did that off camera because I didn't feel like bringing everything downstairs, and you've seen it one time, you've seen it all the time. So it helped my hair out tremendously. Now, I didn't put the hot water all the way to the top where my hair is because I didn't want to like burn my hair. So it was a little bit still stiff at the top only because of the gel. But by day 3, it was completely loose. So with the hair being wet, the curl pattern still was there. And I fell in love with the mini hairstyles. I love the curly ends. It looked like it was my natural hair. I love that part about wearing twists, is the natural look that you have. And I went in with my edge control. Girl, why did I do that? One, I really didn't need edge control, but I really wanted to use this brush, but I didn't need it because it made my edges white. I was like, you know, I'm so through. I was just so through with this white residue. I was not feeling that. That's what made me so upset with it. But I love the way that this hair is so versatile. I just love the mini hairstyles that was able to be created. So guys, I want to say thank you Hotbraids for sponsoring this video. Also keep a lookout for my discount code that will be in the description box. And guys, see you in my next video. Girl, look at this. These hairstyles, you couldn't tell me nothing.